XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we have been expecting the price to drop. We get this. And when the price was here, we mentioned that if we get the correction, we can expect the price to drop. Now, this is what we're looking for. And now the question of whether this is the one, we can expect the price to give us one up move to break the top, then we will be within 1 to 3. Any down move, we can look for sell. That means if we get the price break the top, then from there any sharp with the flag we can look for trade, or we can have entry below this. Okay, now the thing is, even if you move to 15-minute chart, maybe it'll be more clear. Okay, if this one give us one more, the price still drop, we get any up move to finish this move in relative to this, then from there we can look for down move. How about if this is the start of the down move and this is the one have break the top? Okay, in that case, we can have an only way we can trade having entry below this, or if we get any sharp move with the flag. But since we are trading based on 15 minutes, I don't think so we can get really good trade setup here. The only way to have a break, a trade below this, here, below around 0.455, okay? Or we make it, yeah, around 0.454, okay? But as I mentioned, if there is a one move up with the breakout of the top, maybe we can get a better trade setup rather than having entry below this. In this case, we move to 1 hour chart. All right, one thing I need to highlight here, because we put our trend line as like what we can see. How about if we adjust this one to here? All right, because some of the traders, they put it differently. Because in this case, we will see the breakout with the correction, like confirmation for the continuation. But what I want to say that we don't care about this type of the we don't care how we put this one, because whatever we have based on the trend line is just indicative for us to show us the trend line. We are not using this one to trade. The only thing is we're looking at overall structure, and this is the reason we came up with this. Okay, now the thing is, what's the next and how we can trade it? If you move to forward chart, there is no much changes in compared to my last analysis. The only thing is we're thinking that when we have this kind of the down move, mostly we can expect the price to drop before we look for buy. And the only thing is if we get a drop, how deep it can go, whether it can break any of this low, I explained my last analysis. Okay, that means the first things we expect look for is to price to drop to 0.39. Okay, but one thing we need to mention here, if we get any down move, any reversal, we take it, because we are not sure. When we get the drop, we can confirm how deep it can go, but this is where the 0.39, this is the first things we're looking for. And to finish this structure, we have the price to drop to 0.34. Okay, now one thing I need to highlight here, that made this one even is, we don't get any drop here, or even we get a drop, then the price reverse, because at that time we will expect this correction become more deeper. All right, and that's why if we get any down move from here, I mentioned we can look for, if any reversal, we can look for buy. Okay, but that buy will still be, we will be within the correction. The buy is going to break this top. Okay, the one, if we're looking for that, we need the price at least break this low 0.39. By the way, one more thing I need to highlight here. In the next few days, May, as we can see, so like Bitcoin, mostly we expect the price to break the top, the highest price. Okay. Sometimes when we see this kind of the move, for example, for the Bitcoin, sometimes we can see the changes in other coins. For example, if the Bitcoin broke the top, the top, the highest price, may we see any move in the XRP with the in the up move. All right. If we see any sharp move, we should be aware, maybe this is because of the effect of the overall market. That means if we cannot jump into a trade, what I want to show is similar to what we have here. The price move sharply and then reverse. Okay, that means if we see any sharp move, if we want to look for buy, we should wait for the trade setup rather than jumping, because we don't want these things happen. The price sharply move, they buy, some of the traders, they buy the top, then the price drop. Okay, and that's why if we want to look for any trade, we need to have a trade setup. Then we should know what we're looking for. And right now we talk about the down move. If we, how this one can give us one more drop for those traders that are looking for sell. Okay, and as we mentioned, if we get any drop, then after the breakout of this low, then we see how deep it can go. But any reversal, we can look for buy. But how about if the price start from here? Okay, how about if this is a correction relative to this and this is the one is going to break the top? Can we get any good trade setup within this range? Mostly we need to get a sharp move with a flag, okay? At that times, if we see the breakout of this, then we see if we get any trade, we can look into it, we see whether we should trade it or not. But mostly we don't expect to get a really good trade setup. That's why now we can see if there is any sharp move from here. First of all, we wait for the breakout of the top. Then any correction from there, we can look for buy. May we can this one made the breakout of the top. I mean, as we mentioned, the breakout of this top with the correction. May we get here above this top or above here. That means if we get any sharp move with the breakout of this top, which is 0.49, all right, then any correction from there, if we get, we can look for continuation. And if we refer to our analysis, when the price was here, we mentioned having entry above the top, we can sell because we mentioned maybe the price can tag and reverse. Okay, as you can see, the price didn't tag but reverse. This is what we were expecting. That's why we mentioned at that time, so we are not going to have entry above the top. And we put this line in case the price sharply break and give a correction. Then from there we could look for buy. But right now we can put back the entry above the top zero, which is 0.496. In case the price sharply continue from here and we didn't get the opportunity to get the correction for the next move, if the traders they can have a entry above this, which is again 0.496. But we should know that what we want the price tag, break, and continue. If the price tag we see is not moving within 1 or 2 hours, we shouldn't stay with the trade. We should take out the trade because easily the price can tag and reverse, similar to what we have here. For example, what we have here, the price easily tag and reverse. May we get here, just as an example. This is what we see here. You repeat here, pump, then drop. Okay, that's why if traders they don't know how to manage it, and better not to have entry above the top. And again, if we want to have entry above the top, we should be in front of the competitor. We want to see what we get from here before we get the trade. Anyway, we don't have any much changes. The only thing is we want to see whether this one can give us one more drop, because any drop then reversal we can look for buy. But the only thing is we need to know how deep it can go. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.